Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video about a children's trading card game. Gate Ruler's second set is fast approaching at the time of this recording. It's in just over a week. By the time you see this, it might already be out. I have no idea what order I'm scheduling these in, but it's pretty exciting. There's a lot of new legends to talk about. We'll get to it. But before I get started, please do subscribe for more Gate Ruler videos, and I want to thank Sundar, my Simian level supporter. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, chucked them all up on a cheeky little tier maker here. I know you've read the title. This is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be discussing all the legends so far, with one minor thing. So the thing that I just wanted to clarify is I have chosen to omit Jack from here, and the reason I have done that is because we don't know when it's coming out in English, and as tempted as I was to do sort of exactly the same for Flying Spaghetti Monster, we do have confirmation that it's coming out first as a promo. At the time of this recording, we don't know whether or not it will be in set 3 as well. It bloody better be. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. So for now, bearing in mind that Flying Spaghetti Monster in Europe certainly actually isn't even going to be available until September, what I'm going to first do is do this tier list without FSM or Schrodinger cat out of the box, which is what I suppose I'm going to have to get used to. Scob. Schrodinger cat out of box. Scoob. 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 So that's the new name. It's Scoob. FSM is dead. We're Scoob boys now. So with Scoob omitted, yeah, Schrodinger cat out of box. Yeah, Scoob. Let's stop pissing around and let's just get started with the immediate obvious one. So straight into D tier. This is Magvarious Hellfire. This is the secret rare legend from the first set. This is garbage, and I don't really see it being relevant ever, to be honest. I still haven't even picked my copy up. That's how little faith I have in it ever being playable. I will eventually. Probably sooner rather than later, but yeah. Anyway, so that is the obvious D tier, and let's go ahead and we can also do the obviously really, really good ones sort of from set 1, what we're familiar with. So I think Koga, I'm going to put it in A. Part of me wants to put it in S, but I think as strong as it is, there are still decks where you would actively choose not to play him, and a reasonable number of them. So I'm going to put him in A, but top of A. He's very, very good. You know, other ones we can sort of stick right in A. Captain Liberty, very, very, very strong. You know, probably in set 1, certainly the best legend for Knight decks. Not that there's really very many options. Still very usable in Apprentice decks as well. Yeah, if you ever did want to play Atlas in an Apprentice deck, then you could very well justify playing this, and it's a very, very strong option. Equally good is, personally, I think, very underrated. I'm a massive fan of this card as Captain OMG. So, you know, hard destruction in Gate Ruler is really rare. So being able to pop anything, especially at counter, is very good. And then on top of that, it's a 5/5/3, so the stats are beefy. Yeah, I think this is a fantastic card. As well, the fact that it's a counter means that you can like recycle it with Magical Innovator, which frankly should be a legend. So yeah, or I think it's I can't remember what the English name is. I'll keep getting the Japanese and the English mixed up for some time. But yeah, another amazing one. And then the final A tier card I'm going to put in here is going to be, for now, from set 1, is going to be Lord Annexator. I'm a big fan of this card. I think it's being slept on massively. You know, in Japan it was like 100 yen. I don't know why. It's really good, guys. Like, stealing an opponent's unit is kind of pog. I'm not sure if you're aware. It's quite a good thing to do. So yeah, especially with the Crime Knot synergies this card has as well. Very, very, very solid card. Onto the B tier and top of B tier from set 1. This is just a sort of recap. And, you know, at the end of the format here, Magvarius, the normal one, you know, Magvarius is Magvarius. The card is pretty good. And then also in A tier, or in B tier for set 1, I would put Win-Win. And in C tier, I would be putting the silver boy, and I forgot Blazing Vortex, Blaze Vortex. That's it. So that is what I would be doing for set 1. What changes in set 2? A few things actually. So I would drop Win-Win down to C tier, and I would bump this up to B tier. I think this is better in set 2. I think I would probably drop Liberty down to the top of B as well. Just in terms of play, like it's really hard to like justify playing him. And I would also probably drop Annexator to the top of B. I'd probably do it like this, I think. And the reasons for that are just the way the meta kind of evolves because of this guy. So, okay. Actually, wait, sorry. I thought I'd do that at the end. Let's just add in the other pieces, because I think this is all still true. So our Atlas Legend is a strong C. C is absolutely zero play at all. Actually, I'll put Win-Win above this. And then this guy's good, right? This guy's really good. The problem is Dragon decks just could not fit it in at all. Now, we don't have Jack, so my prediction is that this guy will actually be maybe closer to there. It's my prediction. I don't know if that's going to be accurate, but that's what I'm thinking. And our final option is Kami Judgment here, and this is another one where it's just sort of like better than Blaze Vortex, but yeah. So that's what I would say the tier list probably looks like in set 2, excluding FSM. You can see Scoob, excluding Scoob. You can see pretty fair, but Scoob is yeah. I mean, it is so far and away better than anything else. Why is Scoob so good? Because it is completely generic. It is a 7... So, okay. Reasons why this card is ridiculous. 1, it is a 17th counter that does not take up a counter spot. Yes, it's once per game, but that's, you know, it's a 17th counter. So that is actually really significant. On top of that, it's a broken counter because it gives you a 0/7/0. It gives you a 7 HP body in defensive, which is mental. Like, that can just end turns then and there. If your opponent can't deal with it. It's so meta warping that decks are built around assuming it's going to happen just to deal with that matchup, right? So you've got that. On top of that, Apprentice can just play it for free. You know, when if they drive it, so that's not an issue. They've got loads of ways of setting cards, so they're probably going to get that, so they're basically guaranteed to see it. On top of that, you can use Schrodinger's cat to just swap it into the damage zone, and then it immediately heals itself out if you drive it. So you then just go, okay, well, I drive it, I'm going to set it, I'm going to use it, it's going to die, and then I'm going to Schrodinger's cat to swap it in, and then play it, meaning I get to play it twice in that game. So you actually don't want to counter-check the card, you genuinely want to hit it, and then you want to counter-check a Schrodinger's cat. This card is so nutty, so ridiculous. Which is why I'm genuinely very glad it's not going to be in European format for at least like an additional month. And I don't know. Basically, until my locals gets it, I'm going to be vibing without playing it. But yeah, Scoob absolutely mental. A tier, still, you know, the card's value is obvious. This card is still really good, and this card is still really good. You know what you'll typically see. It's just, I want to put this in S, but it's just not as good. It would just be unfair to... It's unfair to consider Scoob on the same tier, right? Like, it's just so good. So, Koga is usually what you do pair with Scoob because you can just search it, and, you know, like, that's ridiculous. You can just search anything, so card's amazing. And then, obviously, OMG is OMG very, very strong. Going into B, Annexator is still really good. Mag is better in this set because you can actually, like... Genesis just gets a big buff, so as a card it's just a lot more viable. You also get ways with the Dragon deck. Obviously we don't have those yet, but you will get ways to like recycle it, so that's nice. But I just think it's a bit better in the format than before. Of course, this I think is better just because I think it's going to see more play. because we just don't have Jack. Liberty's still amazing. It's just like one of those things where it's like, is it gonna like, because it's kind of setup-y or RNG reliant-y, so like it's actually like a bit less good, and you don't really have as much time in the format, and Atlas falls off super hard. So yeah, and this is just like fine. You know, popping a set is good. This is better if actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. We're doing that. That's what I'm. We're doing that. That's what I'm saying. I'm bumping it up because popping a Scoob is just so good that it's sort of worth putting this lad up here. Win-win is top of C tier because it's one of your few options. You know, you're probably going to get more use out of it than these ones, which just see basically no play, as cool as they are. Just because space, at least in Atlas, like you know, you got the legend space. But as bad as some of the stuff in C tier is, it's nowhere near as bad as this guy. But yeah, there we go. That is my tier list of all the legends in set 2. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more Gate Ruler content. You can use my affiliate links in the description to pick up a Gate Ruler product. Join my Discord server if you want to chat about this. We talk about Gate all the time, and information is usually like there first before I make a video about it, because you know that's how time works. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.